Hey guys, it's Kaeyaa here. Today I'll be talking about the newest telescope that launched into space. The James Webb Telescope is a collaboration between NASA, European and Canadian space agencies, and was launched on Christmas Day 2021. This will soon answer our most asked questions, where we came from and how it all started. The James Webb Telescope, JWST, is an infrared space observatory.
Infrared is a type of energy that is invisible to the human eye but can be felt as heat. Every object gives off heat energy proportional to its temperature, which is then measured by using special thermal devices. Some items of heat can be seen, like fire, but other items like body temperature cannot be seen by visible light. So using an infrared detector will help to measure the temperature of any such items. It also allows the measurement even through gas and dust in space. For example, the infrared technology in telescopes can help capture images of exoplanets or even the Milky Way just by sensing the heat they give off.
The James Webb Telescope consists of 7 major parts.
The primary mirror that contains all 18 hexagonal segments, which are made out of metal beryllium, which is used in aerospace to make lightweight precision instruments, and are coated with a thin layer of 24-karat gold to capture faint infrared light. The secondary mirror, which reflects the gathered light from the primary mirror into the science instruments. The ISIM, which holds all of Webb's cameras and science instruments, and also the multi-layered sun shield. 5 layers that shield the telescope from the light and heat of the sun and earth. The last 3 parts consist of the trim flap that helps stabilize the satellite, the solar power array that powers the satellite with the energy from the sun, and last but not the least, the spacecraft that contains most of the spacecraft steering and control machinery, including the computer and reaction wheels. Reaction wheels are used to provide altitude control authority and stability on the spacecraft.
Why and where is the telescope located? Well, the James Webb Telescope's destination is the Earth-Sun Lagrange Point 2, which is also known as L2, some 930,000 miles away from Earth. It'll take it around a month to reach.
L2 is ideal for astronomy. There, the spacecraft is close enough to still keep communication with Earth, and it provides a clear view of space. It also is located in a spot that won't capture Earth and Moon's shadow. Once it's there, it'll start to orbit the sun and stay permanently aligned with Earth. Then it'll start to capture images using the previously described infrared technology. It has fuel that'll last it about 10 years.
But for it to even get to its destination, a lot has to happen to the spacecraft itself. First off, at 7:20 EST, the rocket Ariane 5 took off carrying the James Webb Telescope from Europe's spaceport in French Guiana. Nearly 2 minutes after the launch, the 2 solid boosters on Ariane 5 separated and fell back into the ocean.
The S-band transmitter turned on and started transmitting telemetry, which is the process of recording and transmitting the readings of an instrument. Next, the main stage engine of Ariane 5 got separated and the upper stage engine ignited, starting the journey to L2. Then, the upper stage engine got separated. This results in Webb flying its own coast phase, which is where there is no thrust present. 30 minutes after the launch, the Webb solar array completely opened up and charged its batteries. Finally, the James Webb Telescope had its first mid-course correction burn, which basically means that the observatory has fine-tuned its trajectory to its destination, L2.
After starting its orbit, JWST needs at least 6 months to start putting out its first images of what it's observing. It takes as long because it needs to cool down to an operating temperature, its optics or mirrors need to be aligned, and its sensors need to be calibrated. We already know about the Hubble, but why would scientists go through the trouble of building a whole other telescope?
James Webb's primary mirror is 6.5 meters in diameter, while Hubble's is 2.4 meters. That gives Webb a 7 times more light gathering capability. Also, Webb observes space with an infrared technology, while Hubble studies space with primarily optical and ultraviolet wavelengths. Lastly, Hubble is in a very close orbit with Earth, while Webb will be all the way out at L2.
Lastly, how much did this huge project cost, and how long did it take to make this eye-opening observatory?
Over-optimistic schedule projections, occasional development accidents, and disorganized cost reporting drag the overall cost to about $10 billion. The James Webb Telescope took about 30 years to imagine and create.
In this video, we talked about what the James Webb Telescope is, where in space is it orbiting, and what it did to get there. But let me tell you something. The discoveries this telescope makes will help us transform our whole understanding on how the universe works. Thanks so much for watching this week's video. I hope you learned a lot in this video, and like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. See you guys next week. Bye!